up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a little minute since I last posted, since I last shared a video with you guys, and for that I'm sorry, but I'm back and I am giving you guys an eyeshadow tutorial on this pretty metallic blue eyeshadow from Colourpop. So if it's a look that you're interested in, definitely make sure that you stay tuned, but also make sure that you like and subscribe. So I started by doing my eyebrows and priming my lids off camera. I prime my lids just using the LA Girl Pro Concealer and a little bit of setting powder. Now I am going into the Blue Moon palette by Colourpop and using the color Fine China and just trying to work that into my crease. I feel like I wasn't getting the color payoff that I was looking for by using the brush, so I just kind of started using my finger to build up the color. What you'll see here is me going back and forth between the brush and my finger just to get as much color payoff as possible, but also I didn't want there to be like this harsh blue in my crease, so I'm trying to blend it out but add more color, blend it out, add more color.
Come through, I think I need you here. I swear it's hard to keep this feeling to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket low. Fuck gravity, I'd rather stay up here. Can't get away. Palm trees, beach views, with an everyday. All I wanna hear is in the pictures on replay. Sit right next to you.
So at this point, I'm pretty pleased with how Fine China is looking in my crease. So now I'm going into my Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, and I'm using the color Decadent, which is that black color, and I'm using that right underneath Fine China.
Feel you. I want you around.
Sometimes I'm not as neat as I would like to be or as I need to be when doing my eyeshadow looks. So one of the things that you'll see me do often, not only in this video but other videos I've done as well, is I'll go back and forth between eyeshadows. So sometimes I go a little bit too high in this video with Decadent, that black color. And so I will go back into Fine China and make sure that I'm not losing that pretty blue color in the black. And so you'll just see me go kind of back and forth, bounce back and forth between the two colors.
It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make me.
Alright, so I know this looks a little bit crazy now, but I've blended the two, Fine China and Decadent, into one another, and now I'm ready to move on into creating the cut crease. As you can see, I'm using NYX in a very fair shade. It's a concealer, just a NYX concealer, and I'm using that to help me create the cut crease. If you weren't aware, the trick to creating a cut crease is if you put a little bit of your concealer near the your lash line and look up, it will give you kind of the outline or kind of guide you in creating your cut crease. For me, the more concealer I add to my eyelid and then look up, the more of an outline I get, the more help I get in creating my cut crease. So that's what I'm doing now. It's important to make sure that your brush is super flat so that you can get really clean lines.
Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket low. Fuck gravity, I'd rather stay up here. Can't get away. Palm trees, beach views, with an everyday. All I wanna hear is in the pictures on replay. Sit right next to you. You. I'm trying not to show how I feel about you. You wish you away, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. You. I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you. Feel you. I want you around. I want you around.
Once I finish with the cut crease, you'll see me just going in with the makeup wipe and kind of cleaning up any fallout from the eyeshadows. Alright, so now that I'm done with the cut crease, I'm ready to continue building the eye. So now I'm taking that same black color, Decadent, and I am blending it into my outer corner and slightly in towards the center of my eyelid. Alright, so now I am going back into that Blue Moon palette, and I am using the color Tide Pool. In my opinion, this is the prettiest color in this palette, and it's really what makes this eye look pop. I'm trying to be as precise as I can as I work Tide Pool up to the cut crease and as I bring it on down to my eyelid. I'm going back into Decadent and reapplying that to my outer corner. This really helped to make the eye look pop. You also see me going back into Tide Pool, just trying to kind of clean up my lines a bit. There's no product on my brush here. I was really just trying to blend that fine china out a little bit more in my crease. One of the other really pretty metallic colors that I like in this palette is Lumi, and that is the color that I'm adding to just the middle of my eyelid. This was me just going back in with a little bit of Decadent, trying to darken that cut crease. I am now going back into that Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, and I am using Drippin' Diamonds in my tear duct area. So I'm going back into Tide Pool and I'm applying that to my bottom lash line. Some people like to do their bottom lash line makeup after they've done, their foundation and concealer, but for me, I like to do it beforehand, just so that I can use my foundation and concealer to kind of clean up and make my lines neat. Once again, I'm going back into Decadent and I am applying that to my outer bottom lash line. It's not that I don't want you here. It was a little bit difficult to do in frame, but now you'll see me using my e.l.f. felt tip liner to go in and line my top lash line. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. You get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is in the visions I replay. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. You wish you away, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of mascara. I don't overdo it just because I know I'm going to put on falsies. I'm now going in with my Sephora pencil liner and lining both my top and bottom waterlines. It's kind of difficult for me to put my lashes on camera, so I did that off camera. And then from this point on, I'm basically doing my normal foundation routine. It's the same foundation routine that you guys have seen in the past, maybe with slightly different products. If that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing, let me know. But I'm not going to describe that whole routine for you guys just because you've pretty much seen it before.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Help!
Now I am lining my lips with one of my brown eyeliners that I got from my local beauty supply store. I'm applying a little bit of a pink nude lipstick and then my Sephora plumping gloss. I hit my face with a little bit of my Mario Badescu setting spray, and that is it.